I was hot, but I was saying that to throw it in.
She trying to have
Straight from the
babies. That's
Gutter
all that is.
Network presents Yin and Yang, the podcast, episode 77. Oh man, we live on Twitter and we're live on YouTube right now. Um, what's going on, y'all? It's Memorial Day weekend. Um,
What we
we gonna
memorializing?
talk. What are we memorializing, sir?
I'm trying to understand that. That's what
It's
I'm
just
trying
a
to
day
figure
Well,
off.
out.
for those who don't know, Memorial Weekend, Memorial Day, the holiday, was actually started by the slaves. So
See?
back when some slaves were still enslaved, some of the our soldiers were actually in the war and they weren't properly honored or memorialized properly. So the slaves at home, they started the whole tradition of celebrating our fallen soldiers. So that is why it's important to celebrate Memorial Day.
Okay. Well, as of right now, who we celebrating?
I mean, as of right now, nobody, but for the history of it all, I think, we should recognize it.
No, no, I definitely support what you're saying because that's the correct way to go about it. But unfortunately, we don't know our own history. We don't know what's going on, and on top of that, we don't celebrate it just because we don't even know our own history. So I appreciate that you're just giving it out there so we can understand what we really getting ourselves into.
Mhm.
Right, because what is, like you said, history, and what about the ones that say that, we wasn't slaves, one. And then also to answer your question, hubby is barbecuing.
Here's the thing, right? People were asking, right, talking about, oh, yo, Jay, where the barbecues at? And it's Memorial Day weekend. And so I was like, yo, Klarna, that's who's barbecuing. And they looked at me
What?
like, what? And I was like, nigga, Klarna. So boom, right? You can now finance a $1.50 hot dog at Costco. Right?
So they putting the glizzy on layaway?
They put it in the glizzy on the Klarna, you heard? So now, right?
That's wild.
For example, okay, $1.50 and 4 equal payments is 0.375 cents. Some shit.
Yeah, 37 cents. It's 37 cents, but
It's not even 37 cents. It's less than a penny.
So wait, does this help build credit in some way?
I don't know.
No, it does not.
I don't
So
know.
after pay Klarna, what's the other one? Affirm, Zip.
Wow, that's crazy.
Listen, this is how crazy it's getting, right? I bank with Chase personally,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought what I did the other day. I got a
Bought
oil
pack of
change.
Glizzy? Oh, I
Nah,
bought
I
a
don't
pack of
even
Glizzies.
eat glizzies. You want to know why I don't eat glizzies? Because I don't know what it is.
That's a fact.
It's not because it's gay. It's because I don't know what it is.
I mean, they
Just
got
blend.
beef. They got beef hot dogs.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, what part of the beef? What part of the cow?
Yeah.
What are we talking?
What part of the cow is the
They
glizzy?
have chicken hot dogs too. They have chicken, turkey.
Yeah. What part of the
Somebody
chicken?
somebody to me the other day talking about, yeah, we're gonna eat a chicken burger.
Okay.
Isn't that just a
I mean,
chicken sandwich?
people who probably eat chitlins and everything else.
Chitterlings.
You know what I mean? They don't care. They still people out here eating bologna. But
No, if you
everybody
eat
different.
chitlins, you eat ass. That's a fact.
First of all, even if you don't eat chitlins, there's people that still eat ass.
No, but that's different. But I'm saying specifically,
How
those
is
that
that
eat chitlins
different?
definitely eat ass.
Okay. All right. Jesus.
Oh, but that's where the barbecues are at. Oh, yeah, we only 4 minutes into the show. We're wilding.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wait. That's how we're giving it up for Memorial Day.
Yes.
Oh boy,
Blizzard's on layaway.
Glizzy's on layaway is wild. Like, and it's fun. The crazier part is, right, that on Friday, when I was in the other office or whatever, somebody had said something to me about it. Like, yo, what we doing? Who's throwing the barbecues? And I was like, Klarna. But I just said it because shit is so damn expensive. So, and everybody started laughing. But I hadn't even seen this. Like, you could really do it.
Yeah.
I was joking.
Nah. Ain't no jokes no more.
And then
That's
one of y'all
crazy.
posted this shit in the group chat. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, this is fire. Because what I do is I purposely don't go in the group chat. Because number one, I don't want to be ready for the show until right before the show. I don't want to think about the topics. I don't want to come in here with a script. Like, all right, so I'm going to have a punchline here, boom. And then we're going to be funny here. Then we're going to get serious. And then, nah, fuck all that. Like, we are unapologetically just ourselves. This is the unfiltered truth from both sides. We say what we want. It is what it is. So,
But Gutter, knowing me and Jess, we put a bunch of stuff in there besides topics.
yeah, nah, y'all do.
OD.
I gotta filter through it. Like, y'all don't be realizing, like, for example, right? When y'all put some, like, for example, I noticed today, Bam posted something on Tuesday. I laughed at it today. Like, and it wasn't even a topic or nothing. It was just some funny shit she posted, and I was cracking up. But I hadn't seen it because I don't want to go in there because I don't want to see shit. So, shout out to my Knicks.
Yeah. I have nothing to say.
My Knicks be nicking. But here's the thing. We are 5-1 on the road these playoffs.
That's a fact.
And I'm gonna leave that there. So it's still go New York. It's forever
Bean
gonna
bong.
be go New York. I said the bean bong socks. I gotta get those. But speaking of New York, but really needs to stop kind of repping New York, because every time he does, he just makes us look crazy. And I'm not even talking about Eric Adams.
Niggas to spinning that block though. Sitting my love to Mangera, Rancia, Hacha. Niggas is saying I'm washed up, I'm sure, cause I'm the wave now. Niggas is scared now, cause there's a shark in them waters. A killer whale is among us. Niggas can't fuck with the orca. I told ya, we give them all our praise and thanks like, job bless.
I like the jacket.
God, that's crazy. Job bless is crazy. 9 times out of 10, bro, go do a podcast. No, seriously, go do a podcast. Cause Job, I don't want you to think I always got something to say. I'm the voice of New York. People send me shit to speak on. I tried my hardest not to speak on this topic, but now people was calling me fake. So I'm gonna just be real. The people is not jacking this job
At all.
And we are in 2025, Job. Put a shirt on under your jacket.
Under the jacket. Fact.
Okay, and that little move where you did the jacket over your face, and then you should have just kept walking to the door right there. You should just kept walking after this. And job bless. It's crazy. I'm gonna tell you that again. Job, do a podcast.
Yo, I know.
Do a podcast because 50 gonna shut that shit down.
Yo, I know that Irv Gotti is turning in his grave right now Like, yo, my
More
boy.
than turning in his grave. That man is more than turning. That man
My,
probably want to get out and slap the Holy Spirit jobless.
my boy.
Slap.
That was wild.
Your man is stealing from YG Marley. How about that?
First of all, Thousand Year, you need to call him up because he disrespecting you, B. He jobless. You already know what I'm talking about, yo. He
Yo,
disrespecting you, B.
Terrible.
he's stealing from YG Marley. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go any further. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, Bless was wild.
Listen, go perform for Fiery Fest. Okay, go and perform for Fiery Fest. How about that?
Bless was wild. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, but you want to know what's even wilder? It's our boy DJ Khaled. Yo, he is the epitome of going viral.
That's a fact.
Yo, alright, peep game. My boy, what we doing?
Everything moving. Everything moving.
Everything. It was in slow motion at that.
Everything
moving. What are we? Oh, wait a minute. So StreamYard got this thing where now the comments are coming up live. So I gotta actually watch us on YouTube, so I can actually read the comments now. Is that what it is?
Say word. That's crazy.
Damn, so I can't even watch the game. That's wild.
That's damn shame.
That's wicked. That's it, yo. Isn't that like narcissistic behavior?
How is that narcissistic behavior? Explain.
Watching yourself is wild.
Watching yourself what?
Like shooting your own podcast. Like, why are you watching yourself?
You're not watching yourself. You're monitoring it.
You're monitoring it.
Different.
It's a difference?
Yeah.
All right. I guess.
I mean, I'm about to say, like, I didn't know where you was going. I thought it was a topic. I got lost real quick.
Word, I thought it was about the video we just watched. That's what I thought.
What's wrong with watching yourself? Doing what? What were you doing?
Yo, first of all, that sounds like a whole porno go wrong. Jobless was wild. Yo, but Straight from the Gutter Network is sponsored by Sensational Smiles 845. You can check them out at 2 West Main Street, Middletown, New York. But even before we even get to the next topic, I'm gonna they had a sip and paint. It was right around Mother's Day. You know the ladies love the sip and paint peep game, y'all. Like they just, who don't love a nice little sip and paint? You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check them out. Yo, 2 West Main Street, Middletown, New York. It be lit. So they have all types of other events coming. So just make sure you guys check them out. But
sip and paste be fire. Sip and paste be fire.
Be fire when somebody can actually paint.
No, that's what makes it fun. Like, people are sipping, enjoying the vibes. It also depends on the theme of the sip and paint. Like, they have adult themes. They got different vibes, but it's actually pretty cool. You get to see, it's like karaoke but paint style.
Okay.
You think about it.
Y'all see what I just realized with this whole YouTube thing is that what's dope now is, remember how before I had to put the comments up myself so that people could see them? Now they automatically come up. So I actually don't have to watch it on the TV. So that's pretty dope. Because I really wanted to watch the game. Minnesota is up 39-14. Shout out to them. Yo, KB says, why God bless sound like a feature with Damien that DMS was talking about. Yo, KB must be stopped. Yo, if anybody were to read the conversation that KB and I had a couple of days ago about Diddy and the last train to hell and dirty money, dirty booty and all that, like, it was crazy. Diddy, like, I'm really, really waiting for them to stop catering to the public image of that man. The No Way Out tour is now. And get to the conspiracy charges, the coercion charges. You know what I'm saying? That let's get to that.
Yeah.
The enterprises, who really was on the same accord as this man holding this, putting this all together.
What do you mean? They were showing all of that with the assistant. Like he was using Diddy's card, the company's card. Yeah, he had used his own money, but he also was using the company's card. He was using the alias, Diddy's alias, which was Frank Black, instead of Frank White from the Biggie, whatever.
Like, so let's listen to these two videos, Bam, and then let's get back to it.
They've painted a pretty clear picture of the man, but in order for the government to win their case, they have to prove the machine. That's what RICO requires, a criminal enterprise, not just bad behavior. The prosecution has shown Diddy as abusive, controlling, and violent, but to convict him of racketeering, their top charge, they need to prove an organized system, meaning a team around him helped him carry out crimes. They work toward a shared criminal goal. So far, the government has done a good job of laying out fear and violence and chaos, but that's not the full structure. And who is a part of this criminal enterprise? What did they do? How did it work? Was there a hierarchy? Were there different roles that people had? Because if the case stays focused on Diddy's worst moments as a man without evidence of the machine behind him, the most serious racketeering charges won't stick. What would help the prosecution now in the weeks going forward? Testimony where someone admits they helped him commit and carry out crimes, where there's clear evidence that he directed others, if there were defined roles within the group. All of these things go towards evidence of a criminal enterprise. Until then, the defense can keep saying he may have been out of control, he's not a saint, he's not your role model, but that does not make it a criminal enterprise that he ran. Week 2, I give the prosecution a B. They're building emotional momentum and laying out a disturbing pattern of abuse and control, but for RICO, that's just step 1. The defense, I also give them a B. They haven't had to say much because, of course, the burden is all on the prosecution. Their best argument is still, this isn't organized crime, it's chaos.
Now, video 2, and then we're going to talk about
in Diddy's trial this week. Here are 3 big takeaways. We now know his defense, and it's this. Don't confuse moral failures with a federal crime. The prosecutors painted a picture of a criminal enterprise. Drugging, coercion, and multi-day events called freak-offs. The defense says he may be violent, controlling, and flawed, but it's not sex trafficking. It's toxic love. It's what I call the complicated man defense. 2, they're not running from these disturbing details. They're reframing them. Yes, there's video of violence. Yes, he liked control and kink. But his lawyers are arguing these were all adult choices, not crimes. They're telling these jurors, listen, you don't have to like him, but you do have to separate your disgust from guilt. 3, their message, this wasn't a conspiracy, it was consensual chaos. Everything from the sex to the drugs to the lifestyle, it was all voluntary. And now it's up to the jury to decide if that argument holds. Here's my take on week 1. The prosecution, clear, graphic, focused, with Cassie as a powerful witness. A- for clarity and control of the narrative. The defense, B, for bold admissions and strategic transparency. But it's a high stakes gamble.
Now, a lot of these things that these people use the alias to buy to assist in putting things together and throwing the parties and hiring people or whatever, were all a part of it. They're all co-defendants. In what shape or form has anything been proven to be as a fact that's been anything actually illegal so far? Because we can make up things all day, but the facts are the facts. So what fact do we have so far?
Diddy's a freak. He like fucking women and men. He
Right.
buys prostitutes. He buys drugs. He got
Right.
all the power people fucking for days. He beat Cassie ass.
Domestic violence.
He probably paid all this shit under the company's name.
But what did he buy that was illegal?
No, I never said it
What's
wasn't
illegal?
legal.
They call that illegal?
Well, the drugs alone, like, isn't that a charge in itself? The drugs alone, right there.
What drugs?
The drugs that he was using. Didn't they prove that he was using drugs?
Sorry, when you look up the definition of sex trafficking, when he was paying them prostitutes, all them prostitutes, and
That
they was
Cassie
paid
went
out
and
that
got.
it's still sex trafficking.
That
Regardless of
Cassie
who did,
went and
regardless
got.
of who did it, but it was still Puffy's money. It was under the company. It was Puffy's money. Cassie don't have no money. Cassie even said it herself that he paid for every single thing. Her life,
Yeah,
what she
what
eats,
you're
her
gonna
apartment,
see.
and everything.
Here's the interesting part about this case, right? That we can sit here all day and say what was illegal, what was his money, who ran it, who wanted to be parts of it, all day. But everything so far, I'm just going based off of the facts. What we've seen so far is that Cassie and Diddy were in a toxic as fuck relationship, and they both did illegal shit. That's what we've seen so far.
All right. Let me ask you.
Regardless of what we
Yeah.
think.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
If you and your spouse are in a relationship, that's your spouse. I give you money, and you buy prostitutes. I'm responsible for that.
But guess what? None of them were his spouse.
Facts. Cut it out.
He was
Okay.
married to none of them.
Facts.
All
He
right,
wasn't
fine.
married to anybody, so
All right.
Yo, first of all, I'm not that passionate about Diddy. I'm not.
I'm not.
We're going based off of the facts here
Right.
and what we've
All right.
seen so
What
far.
facts? He's not married to none of them.
Who
Okay.
said he was married though?
I was just posing a question.
It's a simple question. Nobody said he was married. It's a simple question.
Wait, what was the question? Repeat the question.
All right, let's move on. Let's keep moving. Man.
yeah,
This is
because
crazy.
we really not gonna go nowhere with this. So
Yeah.
No,
crazy.
you know it's.
the case is still
I'm
going.
not.
It is
You
what it
don't
is.
know.
Whatever happens
But-
is gonna happen. So
But y'all want to know what?
At the
what
end of the day,
did
Bro,
come
Bro,
out?
go to jail.
Hey, yo, Streets. Africa Bambaataa loses his.
Bam, I agree with you. Diddy deserves to be under the jail. That's what the fuck he deserves to be. I just don't think they've proven the case enough to put that nigga there. Agreed. So, but let's see. Africa Bambaataa though.
His
Take a
child
listen.
sex abuse case. Yeah, it was a civil case, but he still lost. So that means he gotta go. Africa Bambaataa Ben had to go. Judge grants John Doe accuser motion saying the pioneer hip-hop artist never showed up to court. Why you ain't show up to face some allegations, Bambaataa? And KRS-One, you owe all of us an apology. You owe all of the victims an apology, KRS-One. You owe them an apology. Y'all don't remember when KRS-One said that the victims was the FBI? And that if you against Bambaataa, then you might as well leave hip-hop?
Part of being human, being humane to those who have the courage to step forward into an enormous arena.
No, these people work for the FBI. This is a whole different thing we're dealing with. When you're talking about Africa Bambaataa, first of all, you're talking about the person who invented hip hop, not participated in it. There was no hip hop before Africa Bambaataa. Let's start there. So anyone who has a problem with Africa Bambaataa should quit hip hop.
That's just some diabolical shit to say. We're going live tonight on YouTube to talk about this on the Hocus for Fifth channel. We will be in a rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole talking about this. We also going to talk about 13 and Good. Y'all remember that? KRS song, 13 and Good, where he had, you know what? Let's just talk about it tonight. Tap in to YouTube, Hocus for Fifth, link in bio.
Yeah, I had to stop following him. He's a conspiracy theorist.
Who, Hocus or African or KRS-One?
I don't follow any of them, to be honest with you.
I mean, African first, but KRS-One talking about African Bambaataa created hip hop. First of all, that's some audacity, the behoovitry, the audacity of that man. Okay, I use all the words that I be using. I'm very behaved of that situation. Very, very behaved off of that. Like, very behaved.
It behooves me.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about African Bambaataa losing that civil case over sexual assault on minors?
Finally, they give. It's not the first time. That other guy, there was I forgot his name. There was another guy that came out and they was coming at him for a while.
On the BX.
Yeah, it was coming at him for a while, and I think they had proof or something. I'm not sure, but there's like it was proven that he was right, and African Bambaataa was known for, because he wasn't the first one, was known for that, and that's been going out for years. For years. I'm about to be 40, and hubby is about to be 45. So I know when this was going out, what hubby probably was like, what 10? But this has been going out for years. Throw him underneath the jail too, because he was touching boys and probably and everything for a long time too. Throw him underneath the jail also.
Yo, all these people that do all this sick shit, man, ultimately deserve to go to jail. The shit that pisses me off about this Puff case is that they're not proving what the fuck they're supposed to prove.
It's the wrong charges, that's why.
It's the wrong, like that's what pisses me off. Like, this nigga's really about to get off when we know for a fact this nigga's dead fucking wrong, yo. Like, you're abusing women, you abusing artists, you abusing all this shit, and it's like, come on now. I'm telling y'all, he's gonna get off.
He's not going to get off because also there's other cases and other lawsuits that's coming on also with that too.
So I'm going to wait for those, because what's right now, that nigga's getting off on that shit.
Yeah,
but
they're not really proving anything right now.
And then also that's going by from what the media. There's other things that's actually there's other sources that I think that hubby is going to send you. KB is going to send you. There's other sources that actually got the actual transcripts, the full-fledged transcripts of, and it's stuff that's being proven that they're not even showing. That's actually on. They showing in the media. They're not even showing at all. Like there's things of a mistrial. They're talking about the stuff with Kid Cudi. It's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on.
You do know
that's
what
not
a
even being
mistrial
said.
means, right? That means he goes home.
No, he's not going to go home.
Yes.
Because like I said, it's a whole bunch of things.
We will see.
They thought that the reason why they're saying it, and the judge was like, nah. The judge is blocked. The judge is like, no. We're trying to make it up to a mistrial.
Bam. We're gonna leave this case alone until there's a verdict.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about it.
You just have to wait this one out.
We'll see. But I will give a shout out to K-Shine. New joint called Drift. We play for y'all. and then we're gonna move down to the next topic. We're gonna be wedding or house. Chris, what up, baby? What up? What up?
All going on outside, no minute safe. Left with no time to think, it was on tape. Cam ain't on his side cause he ain't mace. He yelling, stick a fork in that man over a plate. They let bloody fresh out the can, open the gate. I'm waiting for the rest of the fan, they gon' be straight. Juice bar, give me a tiger, I'm gon' be great. Only time I play with a pussy up in my face. Been there since a youngin'. Only pull his camera on anyone but one. Taking over shit like I'm Christopher Columbus. Nigga got a chip, I will turn you into funding. You don't want it, I've been wanted. Not a rental.
That's enough. I ain't gonna play everything, cause then,
YouTube gonna take you right on down.
Gonna take it
That's
right
fire
down,
though.
But definitely shout out to K-Shine. Yeah, I know that whole stigma around battle rappers is always that they can't make great songs.
Usually
but
they can.
K-Shine definitely makes some bangers. Thru Surf, Free Thru Surf, he definitely makes some bangers. Twerk actually dropped some fire.
He came out with a song that was decent.
Who?
That Nipsey was that Nipsey Hussle joint, the thing that he did.
Yeah. Shout out to Lauren London. That I don't know. Geechee, he hasn't dropped nothing that's caught my attention. Arsenal dropped something that caught my attention. Twerk dropped something that caught my eye.
Arsenal last album was alright.
Yeah, Arsenal last album was alright. He actually got, he got good cadence with it, and he's able to push it together. He got some good. He's able to actually make music. You know what I mean? Because you can have bars, but do you have, can you make music?
Yeah.
But speaking of somebody that is making music and is holding us down right now, actually, before we get to the topic, we gotta get into Unique, aka Joey Badass. Because he out here wilding. He
Kicking
taking
ass
on
and
the
taking names.
West. He taking on the West Dolo.
Kicking
Take a
ass
little
and
listen.
taking names.
Take a little listen.
Joey chewing through shit.
Hey.
Nigga, Joey is chewing through. He chewing through shit.
Kirk on the beat.
You believe in God, believe in TDE, nigga.
I said it's about time, nigga. Goddamn, almost got sick of waiting like a bad doctor, nigga. I ain't got a lot of patience. Y'all niggas back on the clock, and anything past 24 hours is a shot clock violation. What's the current situation? Niggas just clickbait. How predictable? This the angle I was anticipating, and thank you for making it clear to me that die scared, but yeah, I was at the party, but I also seen top here. In fact, we were talking about the same very plot here. Y'all niggas going outside, cause I'm the one on top tier. He said,
hey Joey, I got this artist named Ray Vaughn. I'd appreciate if you would really help me put him.
Fire. Fire.
Joey Badass holding the East down. You heard? Dolo. Don't need no help. None. KV, he alive. He came back the new season, man. He can't actually, and
what season? And Kanan, I think that he might be dead.
No, he's not dead.
Kanan died in Power and came back. So let's not do this. Let's not do this.
I'm talking about right now. And what you call it? Unique probably died in Raising Kanan.
No, I watched the finale of season 4. Unique is
No spoilers.
alive.
No spoilers. I didn't watch it yet.
Huh?
No spoilers.
I'm saying though, he's alive. All I'm saying is he's alive. That's it.
What? You talking about when Kanan was about to give it, but we don't know if Kanan even shot Rock or not? I'm talking about that one.
Oh boy.
No spoilers. So I'm gonna
No
shut
spoilers.
up. Jessica ain't
No
watching yet.
spoilers.
I mean, I figured y'all should have watched that one by now.
No, she hasn't watched it.
I ain't watching it.
She's literally telling us she ain't watched it yet. Damn, nigga. Bam gotta learn to listen a little bit. Jesus Christ. Damn, Geminis. That's why K Dot in the bullshit he be getting into. Cause y'all niggas don't listen. But shout out to K Dot, man. Shout out to TDE East, which is what Joey Badass is rapping right now. Shit crazy, man. So we're about to play something for y'all, all right? And
Run it.
y'all gonna tell us what are your thoughts on that? Because it's something that is prominent in more in poor communities than most, because people that ain't got shit always want to show people that they got something. Shit is retarded. But take a listen.
Believe in me, 'cause anything I
Turn that music off. Just watch. I don't wanna have to explain to you two while we playing Yahim and all that. But as y'all see, instead of having a wedding, they're building a 10,500 square feet house with 6 beds, 5 baths, resort style pool, gym, and sauna. He's saying she's an asset girl. He said doesn't grow equity. She don't want it. Now, what are your thoughts? Let's start with Ben.
Brilliant.
Ben?
Oh, you start with me? Oh. I think it's dope. No, I think it's dope. I think when it comes to a wedding, y'all can just y'all don't have to do the whole big wedding. Y'all can just do the quick just as a piece, or, depending on what your status is when it comes to how it is, you do, if you're in the private side or the public side or whatever, you can do the just as a piece. And you don't have to do the whole big wedding. You can build your place, build your house, and you can have your wedding in your backyard. You can have a person to marry y'all on that way officially, but on your land, on your property. Same thing with having a ring and all that other extra stuff. A lot of that stuff is material. If y'all really talking about y'all really love each other and want to get married, y'all don't have to be all flashy and do whatever like that with the whole wedding ring or wedding band, because again, it's just materialistic and it's to show off. It's a status. If you're really serious about it, you can get married in private like me and KB did. Me and KB, we married in private, and we planning to do almost kind of similar thing to what they did.
That's what's up. Dr. Neil, what are your thoughts? I know you started with brilliant.
Brilliant. I think that's the best way to go about it. Building equity and not spending the money to show out is probably the smartest idea for married people. Straight up.
Ms. Laila says, different strokes for different folks. Do what works for your marriage. Yo, I like this. The comments just coming up on the screen shit. Instead of me having to freaking put them up the screen and all that. Like, this is dope. Making my job so much easier. I could sit back and shit and talk to y'all. I'm like, okay. But doesn't mean I agree with you, man. Like, ultimately, we have to get to a point where it's not what just looks good. It's just what's a good look for you. Like, what fits you?
That's a fact.
What fulfills you? What balances you out? Like, people be so concerned just about the wrong shit all the fucking time. Like, I just be worried about the wrong shit. But Jess, what are your thoughts, sweetie?
I like this idea. I think this idea is actually pretty dope. 6 bedrooms is a bit much unless they planning on having like a lot of kids. You can get something smaller than that, like a starter home is just as good, but like the 6 bedrooms and like the resort style pool, it just seems excessive. But if you think about it, the same money that you would be spending on a wedding, depending on how immaculate it's going to be, is probably equal the same. But I agree, I would do something like that, but I wouldn't get like an excessive mansion or anything like that, unless I'm planning to have like 6-7 kids. Yeah, so a starter home would be good enough for me, honestly.
Listen,
and like,
unless I have 20 to 30 million, I'm not doing those 6, 7, 8 kids. I got one, and that's enough.
I mean, what they gonna do with 6 bedrooms though. That's another thing. They make.
I mean, you can have a guest room or a party or
yeah,
like
but that's
I don't
usually
know.
1 room. That's not 6 bedrooms and 3
I mean,
bathrooms.
unless they planning
Damn, how many
planning.
orgies are y'all throwing?
I mean, unless they planning, that's like something like a dream. Unless they planning to live there and then pass it on to the family, like that could be something like that. Because I know
Yeah.
when I eventually like plan and everything else, I will want something with plenty of space. One of those rooms could probably be maybe a room where I could
You
probably
use a
put my
free call
personal
room?
stuff in or whatever. It could be a little whatever like that, and I want something I could share and
Yo.
bring down to the family.
You know what's crazy? If any of our parents had a little bit of financial literacy
Yeah.
when they were selling those townhouses in Harlem for a penny
Oh God.
as fixer-uppers, and our people got their credit right, so that's really what you needed. A good 300,000, get you $1 million townhome. And right now, I don't even know what the price is right now currently.
2 to 3, possibly up to 4.
That sounds about right. And that's something that we need, at some point. Those are the things that we need to be passing on to our kids. Not a whole bunch of sneakers and clothes and bad credit and shit and generational curses. Let's start down some stocks that give them dividends to the point that's of one dividend of one stock could pay one bill. That way they could really be free to do certain things in their life and travel and not be buckled down to certain shit. Like, when I see my brother Dawson Neo out there, traveling and posting his things on his page, on his travel page, I love that shit. I love that shit for my brother. I love that shit for my people. I want everybody to fucking win. People be out here throwing shade on people like this, like that's gonna stop the sun from shining on them.
Right.
Like the sun ain't fucking massive. Like what the fuck are y'all talking about? All this competition and shit. This shit is whack, yo. This shit is just whack. So get y'all shit right, my people, man. Get y'all shit right. Now we have, hold on, where did this go? This young woman has a question for us. What I just did, but hold on. There you go.
These type of conversations in the beginning to understand the likes and dislikes and desires of a man. So I didn't ask those questions. So it was like we were years in, and he said something like, marriage is just a piece of paper. I'm not doing nothing for America. Y'all, my heart could have dropped to my stomach. Like, I never knew this. Like, I watch the proposals on TikTok and Instagram all the time, and I'm like, for years I always thought that was gonna be me. And the whole time I was dealing with a man who had no intentions of proposing to me ever. So ladies, I say this, know what that man's intentions are for you. Out the gate, you need to be asking those kind of questions. Don't be me, wasting 10 years. Know what that man's intentions are for you.
Now, I don't even have to play the second video because that gives us enough content to have this conversation. Why? No, you know what? Before we even get into the why, let me ask the ladies a question. How long is too long before y'all see some traction?
That's how long is too long. 10 years is too long for that kind of tomfoolery. But seriously though, like 10 years, you didn't know? Like by year 5, year 3, you should have a clue of like, where is this going? By year 3, that conversation needs to be had. But 10 years is crazy. By year 7, you should have been like putting dots together in your head like, this ain't going nowhere. And why did it take so long for her to even, well, she didn't even ask the question, but obviously he brought it up and you didn't have any kind of hints at any point in time that this wasn't going anywhere. Like, no conversation happened. Like, even around the time when y'all getting to know each other, like, marriage should have been brought up there, so you don't waste your time. Like, you're not asking this person to marry you, but you're asking if marriage is even in their future at any point with anybody. That should be asked early on, just so you're not wasting your time. But yes, 10 years
Bam.
is too long.
So Jessica says 3 years should be the cutoff point. Bam.
I mean, honestly, based on what my father told me, and then based on my husband, most men know within the first year or two if they want to marry you or not, if they feel that they want to get married or not. But then also, there's also the fear of what the media puts out there of marriage. Then you got to understand too that the whole marriage aspect is not the same, because some people just want to show off. They like the idea of being married, but they don't want to understand the time and what it takes to actually be in a marriage. A lot of people are looking for the ring and whatever like that. Shorty talking about she wasted 10 years. But my thing, I have a question for her is, just because he didn't give you the ring, was he still doing everything else? Like, how was your relationship? The only thing he didn't give you was, I guess, the ring, quote unquote.
Well, you wanna know what's crazy?
But was everything else good? Was he taking care of the household? Did y'all have children? What was going on where, so you can't say that you really wasted time?
Yeah.
How was the time wasted?
It works in reverse too. There's niggas out here that stay married to chicks that don't want to be with them, don't want to be married, but love the convenience of having a wife. Love the fact that they take care of the home, love the fact that they're a good woman, love the fact that they hold them down, love the image that the people get of a union of, you're a successful married man. And ultimately, the women be miserable.
It's the aesthetic. Everyone likes the aesthetic of the wedding, the aesthetic of a perfect marriage. It's that what everyone's chasing after. That's comfortability of a marriage. That's presented.
But what is a perfect marriage? Like, what is the right? What is the just like what Lila said? It's everybody. It depends on everybody's marriage to define that perfect. But what goes on within your relationship, your household, is what it is, because there might be some things that me and hubby might do in our marriage that Thousandaire and his wife don't do. You get what I'm saying? There might be certain things and vice versa. So there's no such thing as perfect. And she even said herself, she was looking on TikTok, she was looking on Facebook and Instagram, and people gotta understand the cameras sometimes make you see like, the wedding and everything is pretty. I've been to a couple of weddings. Sometimes those weddings ain't always so smooth. Kids be running around, things be happening. It takes a lot just to get a person to walk down the aisle. The jitters, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. The aesthetic, people want that, but people don't want to stay in the mindset, because of marriage. You got to look at that. Once you married, that's it. You're married. That you and that person.
I know what's the perfect marriage? I'm gonna tell you right now what's the perfect marriage, and I dare any one of y'all to disagree with me. And if y'all do disagree, we're gonna have a nice debate. The perfect marriage is you being with whoever brings you peace.
Yeah, wait, hold that right there. Because first of all, you gotta have peace within yourself before you looking for somebody else to bring peace to you. You know? So I don't know about that one.
But if you're not peaceful, then you're not ready for a union anyway. If you're not healed,
right about that too.
You're not ready for a union
But I
anyway.
don't think you should look for someone to bring you peace. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, you
Not so
shouldn't
much to
hold
complete
someone
your
to say,
piece.
like, nah, you gotta bring me peace. Like, no.
You complete it. Like they can add on to your piece. That's like, you know, like you can't some people, depending, somebody can't make you happy. You can add on to my happiness. It's an
Yeah,
add-on. So when
yeah,
we come
add on,
together,
but
when we
don't
come
take
together,
away or make it worse. You adding on is
Listen,
fine, but not to the point where it's like that person has
if
to bring me
somebody
peace for it to
brings
be
you,
perfection. Nah.
if
I
you
just
don't bring peace, that means you bring chaos. That's the bottom line.
no, or you
It's
just don't
black
bring
and
nothing.
white. So then that's stupid. Because
It's
if you don't
possible.
bring
No,
shit,
it's possible
then why
that
the
you
fuck
could
are we
be with
getting married?
someone and they don't bring you nothing. They don't bring you peace. They don't
so
bring you
why be with
chaos.
them
It's
if they
just
don't bring
nothing.
you
Why we
anything?
with them?
So why be with them? Like you gotta understand, like for example,
Fuck marriage. Why even be in a relationship with somebody that don't bring you nothing?
right. Like for an example, like I can honestly say, me moving out here to Texas, I've been way more peaceful than compared to I was enjoying life, chilling and whatever like that in New York. It was cool. But when I finally came out here and created the union that I have now and stuff like that, I can honestly say I've been more peaceful and I've actually been more at peace since moving out of New York.
Because the
Like you
thing
can be
is,
with
man,
someone that can teach you something and teach you something that, you know, put you in a way where things that you thought you knew can actually teach you something new.
the only way someone can bring you peace is with you being comfortable in your skin, being at peace with yourself, and that person just brings a sense of calm and serenity that completes you. It's not that you need them to bring that, it's that you have it already, and they don't bring no bullshit. They add value to your life. They don't just take away from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you need people in your life that bring value. Everyone should have an emotional bank account. People make withdrawals, people make deposits. And if you have people that only make withdrawals and don't make no kind of emotional deposit, they're leaving you in an emotional overdraft. And that's not okay. You know what I mean? Listen, man, there's so much that we can talk about and kind of decipher and go through and give the people our take on it. And then you have those that is just overpowering everything. So, for example, we have certain individuals, right? That, for example, Remy. Remy has been quiet for way too long. Everybody had to know that a BX chick staying quiet for that long, when they start talking, it's not gonna be pretty. Clarissa, Miss Shields, champ, greatest woman of all time, Olympic champ, a champ at 17, got her own movie, fire. Why are you responding? Why are you responding, boo-boo? First of all, you are more famous than Remy and Papoose put together. More people around the world know who you are more than Remy and Pap, okay? Remy has been cheating for years. Yo, for years. Pap, he was smashing the baby mom's, Pap. what you was portraying out here, my brother, was not fully what it was. Damn it, Pat. Lila says she's in love with the. You heard? For those of y'all, right? So you know what this seems like to me? It's like Remy wanted Pat to get a job, and Pat just wanted Rem to stop cheating. That's it. That's the beef.
Sounds about right.
Oh man.
Sounds
Yo, what do
about
y'all
right.
thoughts on this shit, man? Wait, what KV said? She said she signed divorce papers, but Pat just filed. So the lie detector said that was a lie. That's a fact. Pat just filed the 22nd. He just filed.
But the reason why he filed was, but the
Sick of
narrative
it,
you're trying to
man.
prove is that she lied. We understand that he would ever like that,
They
but
both lied.
the narrative was because of the receipt. He wanted to be more private with it, and also because of their daughter. But I mean, hey, it's like I said, I need the same energy that people are putting out there for Pat for Rim too. That's all of the same type of energy. Now Remy stuff came out publicly first before Pat stuff came out. They came out only because of this. But on a public level, on a publicly situation, Remy situation came out first publicly. And then even with the whole situation being blown up, Rim said something first where a lot of this stuff, and honestly, could have been done in private.
Do you know what's crazy? Pap said, I was on the phone with Rem where she's begging me to get back together and blah, 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 right? Pap said, I was on the phone with Rem. Rem is going to go and post her text talking about, look, where did I say, where is this said? Did Pap not said, I was on the phone with her, so how is it on text?
You can
Rem
go
just
at
be
the same
lying.
time. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I didn't look at the whole thing with them. All I know is it's crazy. At the end of the day, like they got kids, and the whole thing though, it's a lot that's going on that I'm still doing research on. That is getting out of hand. My thing is sign the divorce papers. Whoever filed, it was been filed. Sign the papers. Remy, you look like you happy with Easy, and Easy look like he's happy with you, and Papoose is happy with Carissa. They're gonna hopefully stay together
I
and
agree
make
with
beautiful
Pap, though.
babies, and that's it.
I agree with Pap, though, as to why he had to knock Pap the fuck out, though. Because as a man, and matter of fact, there's a man here that's married, okay? And I know Miss Laila, I know his wife. I'm not going to shake that man's hand and go sleep with his wife when they're having issues. The fuck is that? He had to get knocked the fuck out. That's man code. Right?
It's not just man code. That's a cold period. That's a cold period. You never. That's like females go through it too. Remember I told you the story, Gutter, where I went to a girl crib in the Bronx, and I was like, "Yo, your mother raised a whore." No, I had an ex. He cheated on me with a female that was cool, that I thought was cool. She was like, "No, it wasn't me. She was nice." She was like, "No," and come to find out, he came and told me that he slept with the girl that was in my face. Cool. I went right to this girl house, rung her bell, and was yelling out the window, called about her full name, and said, yo, your mother raised a whore. And I kept saying her name. Come outside.
I'm outside, bitch.
I don't care about him. Me and him, I'm going to take care of him, because me and him used to scrap in the street. You, I want, because you sat in my face. That's disrespectful. Don't sit in my face.
Disrespectful, yo.
Don't sit in my face knowing you slept with my man. Don't sit in my face knowing you want to sleep with my man. Don't do that either. Because if I find out any type of group chat of you talking about that you want to sleep with my nigga, that's a problem too.
So, bam. I'm going to ask y'all and give me maybe 1 or 2 reasons. Max 5 reasons. as to why y'all believe one party or the other. And I want KV to chime in on this one as well. KV, get on that camera. I'm gonna end it with you. Dazani, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you believe and why? So far, we're not whatever we say tonight. Listen, on behalf of Straight from the Gutter Network, no matter what y'all comment, no matter what we say about Diddy, about this, about the Knicks, about whatever, y'all cannot say, "Oh my God, so now y'all change your minds." We have the fucking right to change our minds based on the facts based upon us via social media. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now free Tory Lanez. Daltonia, let's start with you. Remy or Pat, who do you believe so far and why?
I believe Pat. I believe Pat was doing his thing while she was in jail.
As
but
he should.
When she came home, he decided that it was going to be about them. She came home and realized, or probably knew, that he was doing his thing, and then began to do her own thing in retaliation to what he did while she was up there. And it never stopped because she probably just lost a lot of love for him. And he continued for years trying to hide all of that. And I completely on the side of Papoose because of this situation. And I believe that Remy, being the man dude that she is wrong. And
bonus question.
I'm sorry. It's the man dude. That's shit.
Wait, Bam. Wait. Bonus question. Dad. Wait, damn. Bam made me lose it.
Up.
Was it free Tory?
Nah. It was a bonus question with Ram and Pat.
Oh.
And I will continue until he realizes what the question is. So on that saying, I stand.
Got it. Hold on, before I forget again. Alzheimer's is a motherfucker. Nah, I'm bullshit. Do you believe that Pat wrote 90% of Remy's records, including I'm Conceited, which is her biggest hit, and 2 other records on her first album? Do you believe he actually wrote them? Yes or no?
I think the percentage is lower, but I do believe that he wrote a lot of her records.
Okay. Bam.
Yikes.
Question 1 is, who do you stand with so far? Rem or Pat, and why? And then the bonus question is, do you believe Pat wrote 90% of her rhymes, including her biggest hit, I'm Conceited?
Yes, that I believe that he wrote Remy's rhymes. I do side with Pat. I believe Remy had a lot of writers on her rhymes, but you asked about Pat. I don't believe Remy writes all her rhymes, but we asked about Pat. Also, why is because based on how everything had went down, everything came out. It's like Remy was out here, and then you followed the rap battles. There was guys in the rap battles that knew.
Shout out to Geechee.
You know what I'm saying? Even prior before, like from Geechee,
No.
from Suge.
I'm talking about, Bam, let me tell you something. Shout out to Vague. Shout out to Grind
Suge did something too.
The very same night when everything happened, I already knew. I just didn't put it out there. My nigga told me, and I was like, well, I'm going to say it to the people. But I knew that shit from the initial night. Shout out to Vague. He was there.
Right. So, and then based on that, Now, as far as what I know from what I saw so far, like Pat was rocking with Remy publicly. You know, the whole black love. He wanted the kids, and even based on
Mm-hmm.
the certain interviews that you had seen, you can see the energy of how Remy was giving Pat anyway. When she was like, "Oh, he was showing up to the jail all the time," and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Like she said she
I
was
was telling him like,
annoyed,
yo,
and
you don't even
that
need to come
energy.
that much.
So
Facts.
you know, it was a whole bunch of her energy was it was just off to me prior, even before it even came out, and then she did the bitter thing. I don't want to say it's a Bronx thing, and I don't want to say it's a Gemini thing. I think it's a bitter woman thing. Period. When your feelings is hurt as a woman, you start blurring out your business. So the fact that she's gonna, because her feelings was hurt, the fact that she's gonna say how she was tossing Pat salad, Remy, your feelings was hurt. I side with Pat.
Wait, she said that?
She said that. She said that. Oh, did you tell people how you like your ass being licked? The same thing with Offset. It's like the equivalent when females be like, "Oh, that's why your thing little anyway." Yeah, his thing little, but you still love it. Get out of here. So this is
But
the
you
girl get
can't. But
upset.
you
Couldn't get
can
her.
unsuck this little dick. So what is it?
And you can't uneat that ass.
You really can't. That's what they got pink eye. Yo, Jessica.
I think I'm gonna just join the consensus and be on the side with Pat. Concerned with, especially with everything that's been going down and everything. I mean, he did all that you would want somebody to do for you when you're in a situation like that. So it's like, and then he got embarrassed too at the rap battle.
Right.
So there's that, like publicly humiliated, you know. So it is what it is. What was the second question?
Right. Do you believe that Pat wrote 90% of Remy's rhymes?
I do. A lot of people were writing for the female artists. It's very few female artists that were writing their own stuff. So around that time, the Kim era, the Foxy era, a lot of them was getting their raps written. So yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
This dude's getting their rhymes written. So what we talking
That
about
too.
here?
That too. So yeah, everybody got ghostwriters.
By females at that. You got some male rappers getting their rhymes written by females. Like you got females getting their rhymes written by dudes. It's like, it's crazy. Like, wait, you did a little Yachty said he wrote City Girl stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to JT, Miami. You wanna know what's crazy? Like, you gotta look at the grand scheme of things, right? You got Ram, you got Pap, what they're going through, and ultimately they have a family. They got kids witnessing this shit. Like, that shit is it's disheartening to a degree.
Yeah.
You got business out there. I believe they both wrong to a certain extent. Do I think Pap cheated and really did hit his baby moms and all that while Ram was locked up? Absolutely. Okay, man. Niggas cheat every day, B.
It sounds like a everyday thing.
It's not, but at the end of the day, did he not hold her down?
Like, yeah, he did what you would expect somebody
He
to
held
do.
her
so.
down. Yo, he held her down. So she's saying she's Team Rem. I mean, I don't think, the only thing I don't agree with is that he wrote 90% of her rhymes. And the only reason why I'm gonna take it there is Pun handpicked her. And Pun was a writer's writer, you know what I mean? So based on that, I just think Rem was a different beast when it came to, music. And to be honest with y'all, I can't even name 5 Papoose songs.
I don't think he has much that you could really
But I think he
name.
was a writer. He was more like writing certain people's stuff and everything too behind the scenes. Like there's people who are better writers and have other songs or
No,
whatever people
absolutely.
sing
No,
and stuff.
absolutely. I just don't see it. That's all.
Wait. Can you name 5 Remy songs?
Actually, I could.
What 5 Remy songs?
Listen.
No, this 5 Remy songs. Come on, Gutter.
Well, we know Conceited is one.
That don't count.
Whatever.
No, that don't count.
That's 2.
No, that count. That's one.
That count?
Conceited,
Okay.
whatever.
That's one.
Don't help him, Josh. He got 3 more.
Okay,
No, he
that's
got
3 more.
the Annie Up remix.
Okay,
That's
a
not a
feature.
song.
That's
No,
not
that's
a song.
all right. That's not a song.
Come on.
That's not
That's
a
a feature.
song.
No.
No.
Hold on. That's 3. Cause that's the 3.
No.
That's her 3 best songs.
Got you.
What else?
But it's not hers.
Okay, what about Lean Back?
4.
That's a feature.
No, it's not. That's her song.
No,
No,
it's
it
not.
is not.
It's not Joe's song.
No, it's not. But continue. That's 4.
Yo, first of all, they have a whole album together.
That's 4.
Running out of
Let's
figures.
keep going. No. Let's get. That's 4. What's the next one?
Okay. Yo, my actual favorite song, I actually don't even know the name of it. That shit is number 17 on her debut album. What the hell is the name of that damn song?
Number 17 on her debut album. And first of all,
Yeah,
Gutter,
that
you only
shit is
named 2.
fire.
You only named 2 of her songs, and the rest were features. I'll wait.
They got, but how many songs y'all want?
I said 5
5
songs.
Remy songs.
No. I didn't say 5 Remy songs. I said he said that he couldn't name 5 Papoose songs.
I can't.
Name 5 Remy songs. We got 4 so far.
You know what it is? Every time I think of everything, here's the thing. Every time I think of a name, Saucy puts the name up, so I can't use it. Like Reminisce, that's the record. It's Reminisce. I thought the way you act, the block. I thought of the block, but every time I put one song up, she puts this fucking shit up. So those are 9 right there. If y'all want to really, I mean, Rem got records.
Rem got those 4 records.
Okay,
as her
but
most
y'all
popular
name,
record.
okay,
Hold on.
Give me one hit, Pap had.
Pap
one
had
hit,
no
one.
hits. Pap has no hits.
Oh, okay. Just saying. So how he wrote? Just saying.
I never said that Pap had hits. I never
But to
said
say
that
you
Pap
wrote
had
90% of somebody's rhymes is crazy. When
I
you got
mean,
bigger features, then you got songs.
All I said was
He could have wrote
what I
some
said.
rhymes, but it might have probably not been out. But he still could have wrote some things of hers that she probably didn't. Remy, first of all, Remy got a Columbia deal. She got songs that she's sitting on, and she probably not even gonna put a lot of them out right now because he probably most likely he wrote them. So now she's probably gonna have Easy write her stuff, and you're gonna know the difference.
Well, Easy can't make no records either. So KV, where KV at?
I mean, 2 things can be true.
Hold on. So KV, who
Yo,
do
you see me?
Yeah, but listen, man.
Oh God.
I see
Yo,
when
listen.
you roll, you got the next taking it all. But
Listen, yo,
KB,
I gotta take it all, everything. Only if they come back 2-2. If they come back 3-1, we in the city of doom. But if they come back 2-2, we taking everything.
We 5-1 on the road, man. I see it coming back 2-2.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just not comfortable with the fact that we can't get it right at home. That's bothering.
Nah, that's all whistle stuff, man. It's all made up. It's for the hype. Listen, Holly Berry is trash at home. That's his name, right? They call him Holly Burton. That's his name. Holly Burton, same guy.
No, but I heard Hattie Burton pussy was trash too, though.
Yo, that's
right,
crazy.
you know what?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I
can't
seen a
with
video,
you,
but I'm gonna
bro.
leave that out. I seen a video about that because I heard somebody talk about that, but I'm gonna leave that out. Team Pat, yo. You know what? The liar is old the cheater. Cause look,
Remy definitely a liar. I ain't gonna hold
look,
on to that.
number one, right? Number one, he was quiet the whole time when she first started going off. And he never really said too much about nothing. So we had to deal with the social media, the chicken heads who want to go, oh, he probably was cheating. Listen, we don't know about none of that. As far as a man, in a man's world, if we ain't hear about it, it don't exist, champ. I'm sorry.
Facts.
I don't like, now we heard rumors about celebrities through the years, but I ain't never heard nothing about Pap doing that in the street. I'm not saying that he did. What I'm saying is that none of his, what I'm saying is that none of his actions led to anything being publicized about what he was doing while Remy was locked up. Number two, Remy is on record herself saying how much Pap supported her through her time of being locked up, and even supported her son during her time of being locked up. And that same son is now incarcerated for 25 to life under her leadership.
Murder. Facts.
Now that they split up and he's no longer in the picture, that same son is locked up for 25 with an L under Remy's leadership.
Yeah, but what do you feel about Pap not claiming his one boy that's gay?
So
that's normal.
Listen, so
no, I'm saying, but so, what do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's a dig on his character, or do you feel like
his body, his choice?
No, but I'm saying that what do you feel about Pap not showing him no love because he came out as gay? That's what I'm saying.
I just said it. His body, his choice.
Like, what got to do with Pap?
You asked me what Pat feel about his gay son, right?
No. Not what does he feel about it. I said, what do you feel about how Pap is treating the fact that his son is gay? Like, he pretty much just owned him.
I mean, his body, his choice. What I mean by that is that if he feel like his son didn't follow the things that he wanted him to follow in life, and down the path, other things that he felt like he paved out, and he don't want to be bothered with him, it's his choice. It's his blood, so it's his choice. The same way a woman could abort the baby if she don't want it, is the same way he can say, I don't want to deal with you because you ain't following what I asked in my way of life.
Wait. Hold on. So she just put up, we forgive cheating so much more than men do, and as soon as the women do it, he's crucified. What?
I don't understand what that even means, because at the end of the day, the main problem is not even about the cheating. It's the fact that you're being disrespectful to your family in a public eye. Like, you got another man dragging you outside looking like a hoe, and this man is saying like you missing time with your daughter and your child that you don't usually do. And you got women online supporting this hoish behavior. Like, that's the main problem. Like, and then Easy already showing you he don't care about you. He went and started his own league, and he only pull up on you every time you get some camera shine. And you out here disrespecting a man that held you down for 7 years and took care of your son for a STD in the face type nigga. This is who you are. So that's what we talking about. That's what we talking about as men. We don't really care. Look, whatever they want to do with their body parts and who they feel they want to be with, that's on them. What I'm saying is, logically, we never heard nothing about their relationship being in shambles until Remy got caught lying. Period. That's it. Everything else that we got to go behind the scenes and dig for and listen to all these fake ass rumors, I don't know about all that, man. All I know is about what's out. And we know we ain't hear nothing about their relationship being in shambles until we heard Rem was messing with a battle rap nigga that lose all the time.
And that's a fact.
That lose all the time.
So she said, so how is this if she once say was a great man, y'all believe it, but now that she's telling her truth, she's lying. Wow, crazy.
Because look, we know how real.
This is crazy. Cassie once said Diddy was good, now he a monster.
Look, we already know some certain things is for certain, right? There's always, just like you said, you can change your mind about things, right? See, when women come to have a beef or disagreement, especially when it comes to social media, they get real ignorant and petty. So what I want to know is, because I said, and this is the same thing I said about the filing of the divorce. She lied about the filing, right? She already said she had the paperwork signed and Pap just got to sign his portion. So I'm saying that how many times do we have to listen to a liar? Pap just showed you that he just filed for the divorce recently, like on March 22nd. So May, excuse me, sorry, my bad, May 22nd. So anytime the other spouse files for divorce, you can't walk in and file. You now, you put your name, if your spouse files for divorce first, and then you don't know about it, and you go online and do whatever and try to file for a divorce, your name and the other paperwork is going to pop up for you to sign.
Wait, hold on, KV. Hold on. Lila says, Remy painted a positive image for Papoose. Sosi then says, we have no idea what Papoose or Remy was going through for 11 years. People change every day, B. Then she says, why he pawned her jewelry? And then Lila says, Pat and Reminisce both wrong.
Look, I was going there though. Look what I'm trying to say. I was going to the whole thing, right? Like I said, keep in mind, women are petty when they hit the line. So if it's real, then you show receipts, right? Now the receipt never said that wasn't Pap's jewelry. See, this is what I'm saying. It never said that the piece of jewelry that she said he pawned didn't belong to him. It never said that. Right. This is the reason why it's necessary to pay attention.
If I don't want a pair of earrings no more and I go pawn it, I can't.
Listen, exactly. Unless, now here's my thing. If he bought it for his wife, it should have insurance on it, which means that you can't just go pawn somebody else's jewelry, B.
Facts.
You can't. If a celebrity got their chains lost or taken, why you think people pay to get it back in the street? Because they can't take it to a jeweler to pawn it, because they'll get arrested. It has insurance on it.
Stupid.
Come on, kid. This is the thing that we got to look at when we dealing with liars. That's why I say I go through, when I see paperwork, I go through it, B. I go through it because everybody be trying to paint their own narrative in order to get likes and views, right? If your chain got pawned, you would sue.
Sophie says, yes, you can. They can both file, KV.
No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't.
Remy has the receipts.
No, they can't.
Don't lie.
No, they can't. No, they can't. We haven't seen no receipts. We never seen no receipts. Like I said, we did not see. We never seen no paperwork that said that jewelry wasn't Pap's. And as petty as she is, she would have sued them for it. Use your brain. Stop listening to people that just talk and look at the actuality of the situation. If she's mad as she says she is at this man, and he's as broke as she claims he is, then she would have automatically showed the paperwork that she filed for divorce first. Where's it at?
You can't sue your wife. You can't sue your wife though.
Why can't we see the paperwork that she filed for divorce? Where's it at?
She didn't file, bro. She did not file.
We know that she didn't file.
She would have put it out.
This is my point of what I'm saying. Like, if you listen to somebody that goes online and say, oh, I got receipts. Okay, you saying you got receipts of Pat being broke, but he got you on the phone saying, why you punch this nigga in the face? Now I got to deal with him longer. What does that mean? That means you're being extorted. But you on camera acting like this man love you and he got love for you and he openly treating you like a hoe in front of your family in the world.
Wait.
Hold on.
I call my husband wedding bands.
I don't care. I don't know what that means. I'm just talking about Pap and Remy. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, their situation has her on the phone saying that, yo, because you punched him in the face, now I gotta deal with him longer. You don't understand. So, and then he plays the other audio of Easy saying, yo, she gonna do what I say do, yo. I had him for like 3 months. I got pictures and videos and all that. She gonna do what I say do. So he just pop up on her whenever she get camera time.
All right, KV, hold on. Dazanier, go ahead.
I just want to dispel a rumor that saying that Pap has no job. Pap
Ain't he the
works.
president of TuneCore or some shit?
He is the president of TuneCore Hip Hop. Just
Yeah.
a FYI.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Idiot.
So
And his deal is
when you see him-
undisclosed.
Just to say that he doesn't
Yep.
have any money, he has money.
His deal is undisclosed.
Bro,
That's a fact.
That's bullshit. That Pap ain't got no bread. That's bullshit.
Yeah, because hold on, wait, because if you try to Google his stuff, that they got Remy Network as 1 point something, whatever like that, whatever the amount of mil. When you try to go to
Hold on. Bam. Send Saucy the link right now. Have a jump on. We're gonna end the show with that shit. I texted to you.
I know, but it's on my phone that I'm talking to y'all.
Hold on, I got you. Saucy, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Jump on.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
But like I said, they got Remy. They got.
We'll let her come on and make up stuff that Rim already was making up.
You said what?
I just wanted to dispel that lie that Pap
Remy make up the same story Sauce about the shit.
that living off of him and that she's living off of her and he doesn't have no money and everything else.
That's bullshit.
It's so
Yeah,
much.
if that's the case, why you stayed? If he ain't got no money, why you stayed with him?
Bam.
Saucy, I send you the link. Come on. Enough of the backseat pimping.
Wow.
Come jump on.
At the end of the day, them people gonna do just what they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they want to do, and it is what it is. There's nothing we can really say. Like, we can debate all we want. Them people gonna live their lives. They got whatever money they got, and they still gonna do what they want to do.
Yo,
So,
I just love the fact that people are more passionate about their lives than their own.
that's another thing. All this passion for these people that don't know you, you don't know them.
Don't give a fuck about you.
They're like, yes,
I mean,
I'm team
I do
this.
know Rem though. I do know Rem. But I'm not biased. I'm still
no
Team
Papoose.
Pap. I'm still Team Pap though.
and my husband no Papoose, so hey.
Yeah, so.
Well, there's that.
Some peace to K Slay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because they're
Hold on. SIP Slay.
I'm in the streets. What's up, y'all? Hi, family.
Oh boy. What up, Saucy? What up,
Hi,
troublemaker?
y'all. I am not a troublemaker. All I'm sitting up there going to say, like, at the end of the day, I might hold her down, right? We can't keep holding that over that lady's head. Like, she came home, she did what she had to do. At the end of the day, she did 11 years with this man. We don't know what changes in situations they've been through or however it may be. Now, yes, it got to this and they going back and forth. Neither one of them filed divorce. And I just wanted to let y'all know about that e-filing. That e-filing is only going to send him 250 pages of papers where he got to sit there and explain the infidelity, blah, blah, blah. He still got to submit that just to even order to get a document. And I know somebody on this show right now know I did the exact same thing and still married. So all this charade they doing, yeah, she been there. So I don't know why she making it seem like she don't know. I done tried to file for divorce 3 times and still married.
So
paid that 300. I paid that 300.
Oh boy. Hold on, Saucy. Wait, Saucy.
I'm team Remy because at the end of the day, when she was saying that man was her best and her everything, she was going full startle with that. Something went wrong. If it was between her cheating, it's not no way a good woman is gonna just leave a good man. Nah, I'm not gonna leave a man that's really good to me. We could go through whatever we go through, but if he's really, really genuinely good to me, we could get through anything. Somewhere along the line, they couldn't get through everything. Because marriage has its ups and downs. But at the end of the day, once you cross your line, it's no turning back. I've been there before. So I'm team Remy. Everything that glitter and gold, just because his shit didn't come out don't mean nothing. She standing 10 toes on what she did. How long we gonna keep crucifying her for that? Come on, stop saying that. All right, she cheated. Now what? Why she
Forever.
ain't get a divorce? What's up?
But wait,
When she
but
gonna get a
why?
divorce?
But why KV call her chicken head though?
I don't know. KB always calling somebody something else.
Chicken head.
But the reality is,
head.
he ain't never been married, so he can't sit there and talk. Now I've been married, and I'm still married, and
I'm married right now. Watch your mouth. I'm married right now, and the
Like I
paperwork that my wife is on is exclusive. I protected her. She's in a trust. What did your husband do for you?
What? Now you going there for what?
Okay, so Remy and Pat.
I've been married for 26 years. That's y'all just starting something. Sounds good, but y'all just got there. Like I've been
What
in
I
the
gotta do with
trenches.
Remy and Pat though? Wait, hold on.
I don't know, cause I don't know who he
Wait.
was calling the chicken head, but I'm just saying.
He said
Remy a
Remy
chicken
was. He
head.
said Remy was the chicken head.
Oh,
All right, so
that's
why
what
is
I
Remy a
took it
chicken
as.
head?
Like, what the fuck? He don't even know the
Why is
lady to
Remy
be
a chicken
calling her
head?
that.
Where KV at? I want to know why is Remy being called a chicken head?
Remy is a chicken head because she's embarrassing her family. Like I said, all of this another man treating you better shit is bullshit. We already got the audio tape out where Easy said she's gonna do whatever he asks because he got videos and pictures. So what the hell is why do we keep having delusional conversation about the evidence that we got? We got the audio, fam.
Really
He don't care. He don't. He don't. Family.
Wait, hold on.
Family.
KV,
This is what I'm talking.
Hold on. KV, hold on. Sosi, hold on. Sosi. Sis, can you please explain to me how is that not evidence?
What I'm saying is, and I'm gonna say this again, her shit is out there, yes. But we have not known what that motherfucker was doing in that house. The same way we don't really know what
We're
the
not
hell.
talking about that, so
that's what I'm saying. So, all
what I'm
right. So what I'm saying is, you cannot sit here and call somebody out their name just because they got exposed. You don't know what that man was doing behind closed doors. We don't know that man from a
It doesn't. But the thing is,
he know that, but that wasn't the question.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm gonna answer her question. Because here's the thing, okay? Because regardless of whatever they went through in private, have never brought that shit to the fucking public ever. That's why she's a chicken head. Because she brought it to the fucking public. That shit should have stayed private. You and your husband shit, is that shit fucking public?
No.
It's not public. And when I say public, celebrity public and our public is different publics. To you, I'm talking about everybody in your fucking family and his family knowing everything that's going on.
I'm
Absolutely
pretty sure
not.
everybody in his family do know. My family definitely know the turmoils that I've been through in my life. They both know. Ain't nobody
But
really
not
speaking on
every
it.
fucking thing. Like, that's not true. People don't know every fucking thing that these people go through. It's impossible, yo. It's impossible. Rem is that's some chicken head behavior. You don't bring it to the public, yo. You don't. I have to agree with KV on that shit. You don't bring that shit to the public,
She
no
said
matter
she
what
got
the fuck you went
results.
through.
She said she got results.
But for what? Like, yo, shout out to Clarissa Shields, man, the greatest woman of all time, boxer. He got a fight coming up July 26th. Shout out to her and Pat. They seem to have a beautiful relationship.
I mean, they seem
regardless of the
happy.
toxic shit.
They're gonna have
They
some
seem
two babies
happy.
when it happens.
I don't know about all that, but definitely shout out to them. They seem to be happy, man. That's all that matters at the end of the day. We can't lose sight of these people have real lives. These are real people that we're talking about here. And you know, that's why I enjoy more the conversation of just topics. I enjoy those more because it gives people an insight of what we think about different things. But the people just love the people. So we have to entertain the people. Like Remy and Pap are literally fucking taking over the fucking social media and shit. And people want us to talk about it, so we have to. It is what it is. But I prefer when we talk about the topic, which we do 90% of the time anyway. But so much passion over somebody else's lives is wild, man. Like the way these people are arguing over Diddy and Kanye and Ye and Remy and Pap and who else is going through shit right now?
I think honestly, it's not that about. It's like more than just like that the passion, but sometimes again, people put themselves and lives and, like I said, in the situation, and some people carry certain people to a certain thing or a certain type of caliber when it comes to certain topics, certain situations. Because then it's like, not saying this is going on now, but I know when it comes to not these topics here, but certain topics in general with certain people, it'd be taken to home to a certain extent. So I mean, everybody, when you are interested or something is very, or you hold something very serious, it tends to be whatever. But again, just like you said, it's the Yin and Yang podcast. You get in the unadulterated filter of the truth, and the truth. Sometimes people are just more passionate than others, just about certain situations than others.
Listen, man, it's so much that that we can talk about. It's so much that we could do, that we could bring to the table. Now we have a full team again, so we can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Jessica brings value, throws in topics in there on the the group chat, stuff like that. Dawson, he's always gonna be his angry self. He's a fucking Taurus. I mean, he's just very angry.
Yep.
I don't know why he's so angry. He's just angry.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
See, gosh, this angry black man. There's no reason. Just
a nice little public announcement.
Oh shit.
It just so happened that our show will be on the day before my birthday.
Oh shit.
So the June 7th show is the day before my birthday. The day before my big 40th is on the 8th, on June 8th. So yes, as far as I know, there will be a show June 7th. That's all.
Listen, until KV says, fuck all that. We doing this. Y'all niggas get back to this shit the week after. Because that's just what spouses do.
As far as I know, we still doing the show. Remember, my birthday's on a Sunday, so we can still go out on a happy Sunday. I'm taking off my birthday.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But listen, man. Straight from the Gutter Network is sponsored by Sensational Smiles 845, 2 West Main Street, Middletown, New York. And I love this sponsorship because, as you see, now we could get the comments up automatically and ish like that. Nice little upgrades, Shout out to y'all. Shout out to DJ Dawsonier, man, being here week in and week out, man. Bam, you already know KV. He's one of the truth tellers. Regardless, he's gonna tell the truth. He don't go fuck what y'all think, say. It don't matter.
My crazy
Scorpio. The one that's gonna kind of even us out until we piss her off, and then you're gonna see a different side, and then it's gonna be like, oh shit, wait, what just happened? So with that being said, man,
that ain't gonna take too long. I know that. I know it ain't gonna take too long.
It's really not. She really don't smile this much. I'm telling y'all. She be fronting. She's actually a little angry her damn self. But shout out to y'all, man. Yin and Yang the podcast, episode 77, man. We out of here. We'll be back next week. Be safe. That way we can actually see y'all next week. You heard? Peace.